Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, let me know. Oh, I got one yes. Can we get more yeses? There we go, there we go. You can hear me, good. That's step one. I guess step one was the picture. We got picture, we got sound. I guess it's time to start. Welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name's of course Csaw or Chris, and today we are doing some Final Fantasy XIV in 2021. Today's live stream will be about main scenario quest progression, because that's really been the name of the game for a while now. And yeah, we're gonna push forward. Yeah, welcome. Look at all the people. Welcome. It's nice to see everyone. Nice to see some Tiny Blue Crew members here as well. Always great to have you here. It's yeah. I guess I should thank you for all your guys' support. It's been so great always having you come and hang out. I do apologize, and I said this in the last video. I've been a bit off in terms of replying to comments and checking the Discord, though I'm pretty bad at checking the Discord anyways. But I apologize. February's been extremely busy, and I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up on a lot of things. But yeah, I'm super excited that we could carve out this time. Yeah, and even this live stream's an example. We're, the very last weekend of February, but we're sticking to it. One live stream a month for sure, and here we go. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I guess one last message. Last live stream, we had a ton of issues in terms of crashing and stuff like that. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen again, but if the stream randomly stops, I will be back, and I will start things up again. So don't freak out. That's always the plan. But yeah, let's jump into it. All right, so we're going to talk to the Temple Knight to continue things. And let's see what happens.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation.
I guess I did. I'm here.
Good. You of all people should be present.
Awesome. I like his little, face.
When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child.
Oh, the
Timely,
dragon rescue
I
was
say,
sick.
Though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope.
I legit thought the girl was gonna die. I don't know if I should have expected the dragon to, or Vidofnir to come and save the girl. Vidofnir's a girl as well. I believe a lot of people in comments have been telling me that in videos. I do read the comments. She's a girl. I'll try and refer to Vidofnir as a female dragon. But yeah, so I didn't expect that, so it was a really cool thing to see when it did happen. Sorry, I should check as well. Is the cinematic volume good for you guys? Like the level of my speaking as well as the level of the in-game speaking before we go too far?
Could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a good-looking spear.
You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance.
That's fair. It's fair. I bet you we get attacked. We always get attacked.
I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
I guess Heavensward finally gave you the feels. Heavensward did give me the feels. I didn't feel it with Holschwan's death. but Yazel's sacrifice actually hit me a lot bigger. Yeah, I don't know. Like it gave me the feels for sure. Don't get me wrong, but certainly that last instance where they're pushing a child out of a window, or off the top of the tower. That was crazy. I feel like it escalated quickly. Oh man. Oh, Kissy got stabbed. I was like, what?
Tis nothing. Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
I feel like wearing heavy armor over a wound would suck.
Many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead.
Something's gonna happen at this conference and it's not gonna be good.
I knew you would understand.
It's not like we have a choice in the fact in the matter. We're probably forced to go to this conference. Welcome everyone who's joining late, by the way. Nice to see some people here. Always excited to see you. I notice he always clicks on the text bubble to continue, as if there were a button. Yeah, no, I know. I always click it too. Like, yeah. It's just what I do.
The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest.
Okay.
Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations, even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all.
Sonic Rose, you almost forgot that this was happening? Crazy. Crazy. No, I actually was going to bed last night and I was like, hey, I should set an alarm for this. Because that's like, I think it's good that I do a poll for all the different times, but I have to remember what time I finally decide on, because my biggest fear is just missing it.
Oh, and one more thing.
Okay.
A drink. We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
It's like is he asking me on a date? This was pretty awkward. He was like, oh yeah. And like, low key, I meant to ask you to come hang out. I guess, yeah, he's kind of a cool pal. One more thing, yeah, just screams it. Ugh, I love our, like, just communication with nods. I'm so excited I don't need to keep spending so much time on my alt now that cross data center. Yes, that's so exciting. And I mentioned that in the video. That's like one of the biggest things for this community, is that more people get to hang out because, you know, that there's not that limitation anymore, which is super cool. I'm actually just going to turn up my volume a little bit because I can't hear very well. There we go. He saw your hat and got the wrong impression. My hat gives off the best impressions. Look at our crew. Look at everyone out here. Hey, how's it going? I always love the party when I'm doing this. It's Amaric. You're flattered. We all are. All right, we're gonna travel to Falcon's Nest. Dear God, you really want to meet my main? I've sunk over 2K hours into her. Yeah. I'm sure I'll have some people who are even more decked out than I've been seeing with like outfits and stuff. Where was I going? I think this is one of the maps I have flying unlocked in. And ever since last video, some people have been really nice and offering to help me unlock flying, and I super appreciate it. I've just been too busy to like actually accept those offers. But I do appreciate it. The Lord Commander said you would come, Csaw. God, look at that hat. It's so cool. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. Ooh. It conceals a relief that that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons' Labor Day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Emmerich wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he will be pleased with the result. 'Twas not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I'm rambling. You must be tired from the journey, go rest. I will not keep you. I mean, I just teleported here, but whatever. Wow, that was an easy quest. There's a distinct and troubling lack of minion going on here. It's really funny, actually. A big part, obviously, of making YouTube videos is taking screenshots for thumbnails. And although I love my minions when I'm playing, they always get in the way during my screenshots. And I know there's probably ways just to disable it during that, but I just do some quick ones sometimes. And I'm like, you have to go away now. Because I'll be like doing it and then the minion will just like waddle into like the wrong area. It's a weird nuisance. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest, make your presence known to the people, and so forth. In addition to those who came from far and wide to attend this ceremony, you may meet Lord Eturiel and, oh my god, Emanelian, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Alright, let's rumble. Oh, we gotta go. Wow, that's a spooky cat mount thing. Super spooky. I like turned around and I was like, whoa. Oh yeah, I can fly. There we go. Like how he walks away. I'm glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Master TBG. And fear not, I have no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appeared. He knew what I was thinking. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravinian ambassador to a peace conference. Fair enough, fair enough. Where are we going? Terminus says, I'll be glad when I can visit on my main. Not having any glams because I don't feel, or because I don't have any gil on my ults feels weird. I guess, yeah, if you guys are used to a certain lifestyle that you have to give up to come over here. Look at this tank. There's so many cool mounts and stuff. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter too. He's a thinker. He is. I think this guy really likes Emmerich, which, I mean, that's fair. I like him too. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it. By the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Wow, what a glowing review. Sage does look neat, but Black Mage for life. Might become the healer I play. Love shields. So I'll say, I haven't watched the trailer. I've been a good seesaw. I've been listening to people. I'm not watching the trailer. I'm not getting things spoiled. But people have been saying the Sage looks pretty interesting. And I'm excited to see what it looks like when I finally get into the trailer and stuff, but that's probably a little ways away. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Did you like that? that accent? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all of them, heretics besides. Don't misunderstand, we've all got healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to a reconciliation comes as a great relief. Alright, we almost talked to everyone? Look at all these dudes just hanging out, just chilling with me. Alrighty. The Sage trailer doesn't have any spoilers in it, but you watch it at your own... Oh, so I could look at this... Okay, you can say... Well, maybe I'll take a look at the Sage trailer then and see what I see. How much has changed since we thought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Ha, and here I am laboring to make it so. Lord, was it Toriel? People just are gonna hate how I say things, and I apologize. I got pretty good at saying Vidofnir though, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be at service? Ooh, there's mysterious music. Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravinians bound for Falcon Nest. Fury take me. They would defy Sir Emmerich's commands if they dare attack Vidofnir. Yeah, not very surprising. It will not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten it to their encampment. Farrell says, unfortunately, this is just unwatchable for me. I'm at the lowest resolution, and I'm still getting buffers. I'm already over 30 seconds behind live stream. Oh no, I'm sorry, Farrell. Is that anyone else having issues like that? I have it on medium latency right now. And so there's 3 options for latency. There's normal, there's low, and there's ultra low. And I believe the closer I get to real time, the more chance there is for buffering and stuff like that. Obviously, it probably depends on location in the world and stuff like that as well. Okay, it sounds like it's going good for everyone, because I won't change it if it's working for most people. But I'm sorry to hear that, Farrell, because that sucks. I wish I could do more. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after... Oh my god, why this name? Emelian, which, while I'm away. As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable change, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return. Exhausting thought, though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. My new favorite YouTube channel, someone that doesn't have an annoying voice. It's interesting. A lot of people have actually commented that they find my noise. People either really enjoy my voice or absolutely hate it. In terms of the comments I get. I mean, if you're neutral to it, you're probably not going to comment. But I've gotten quite a few people who are bothered by my voice on YouTube videos. And you just, like, if you're ever, you know, putting content out there, you're just going to have to deal with some people hating parts of it. There we go. Emanelane. Oh my god, I feel like I'm doing bad with this as well. Emanelane. It's just me. I think my data is just not able to let me watch since I'm on low. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Pharrell. Carl, your voice is soothing. I'm glad you find my voice soothing. And here he is. Oh, let's see what he looks like. Oh, he's a tall guy. I mean, I'm a short Lalafell, so I can't really talk, but I'm rather busy at the moment, old boy, guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. Artorel thought I might be delicate in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the wall must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. Sadly, his Canadian in timeline, or Canada isn't. Sadly, his Canadian in a timeline where Canada isn't real. Oh, I see. Pretty close, just don't say the N at the end. Okay, so I'm getting... There's so many, like, silent things. Took me forever to not say the D at the end of Alphano. Took me forever. Your map, if I may, right there. Those are the points of our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old boy. Come on the right. I must return to my rounds. I'm so bad. Oh dear. Do be careful, my lord. Cool. All right, we got our team here. Hey, Kroof is popping in. How's it going, Kroof? I've seen that you've been playing a fair bit of Final Fantasy. I've unfortunately not been able to tune in because I've been very busy this month. But I've seen that you've been doing a lot of Final Fantasy coverage, so I hope you've been enjoying it. Yes, French loves its silent letters. And you know what, Marielle? Like, I took bilingual French school up to grade 12, so it's not like I'm, like, unaware of certain French pronunciations. Mind you, I haven't spoken French in a long time, so it's not like I do know. But Carl says, how do you find Final Fantasy XIV? I played WoW till I'm just gonna attack. Give me a second. Give me a second. I guess my team... Wow. Did you see him run away from me? That was crazy. What did Carl say? I was jumping. I couldn't find anything to stick. Then I came to AR and went from there. Def hype for Endwalker. I played WoW till Kata, and I was jumping... Yeah, jumping between... So yeah, and that's actually very similar to me. I played WoW till Kata as well. And I do still play WoW. I've started playing Shadowlands again, and I'm kind of an MMO jumper myself, so I play around. But I've really enjoyed it for the story and kind of the laid-back pace is what I do with it. I mean, obviously that's more how I choose to play it, but I really enjoy just going through the story and seeing what's happening and stuff like that. I think that's really fun. I think there's more memorable characters that I'm interested in this game, and I think that's one of the things they do really well. Proof says, I have. Final Fantasy XIV has been quite a bit of fun to play and experience, especially with the expansion around the corner. Yeah, anytime there's an expansion coming out, it's like one of the most exciting times to join a game. It just really is. And I did a video recently, like there's a lot of expansions coming out for a lot of MMOs, which is really cool. So it's kind of an exciting time to be an MMO player, despite obviously the lack of new MMOs. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the New World, but yeah. George says, I've recently tried Guild Wars 2, and I just can't seem to understand how doing Renown Hearts over and over with just one ability is fun. So yeah, I'll say this. The starting of Guild Wars 2 is certainly a lot rougher around the edges with the Renown Hearts, with the personal story being a lot clunkier and stuff like that. They definitely figured out their systems a lot more come the expansion. So if you stick with it, check those out. Carl says, I tried going back to WoW, it just isn't the same anymore. Yeah, and that's for sure true. It's not the same. It's different, and I think I think the big thing with MMOs, and I experience this with a lot of old MMO, like my childhood was MapleStory. MapleStory is still an MMO you can play, but it is nothing like the old MapleStory. So whenever I go back to MapleStory, I have to accept this game is completely different, and try and appreciate it for what it is. But it's hard because you're always sad that it's not the game you loved. Csaw, Wolf's Bane, it pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds and that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Nice. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made the arsonist confess. Clever, that. Thancred, was it? He was asking for you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. Dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might be there. Perfect. I like finishing things, 100% things, be it Metroid, Witcher, or Guild Wars 2, filling in the maps. Yeah, and if you're someone who likes, you know, completionist style content, I think Guild Wars 2 is a really good game for people like that. Where are we going? Where are we going, crew? Look at everyone in their mount. Oh, wow, that's cool. Look at that orb. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. It like reflects. I could just get distracted and stare at this mount forever. I mean, it doesn't look particularly comfortable to sit on like that, but everyone has their own types of enjoyment. All right, let's roll. Let's roll. Kroof says, let's go up a little bit. Sonic Rose says, I think I'm almost to the vaults. And then she says, Fly for Fun was my first MMO. Fly for Fun is an excellent MMO as well. I really did enjoy that. MMOs always go in and out of favor, though Final Fantasy XIV has remained very strong. Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV has, you know, done really well. Because I joined it during the hype of Shadowbringers, like the release of Shadowbringers. So, and since then, like there's been a few periods where it's a little bit quiet. Certainly if you're in the content creator community, you kind of hear people like not having a ton to talk about and stuff like that. But overall, it's remained pretty consistent, which I think is great. Welcome, Papa White. Papa Wright. Welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. I'm doing well. How are you this evening? Where are we supposed to go? Are we supposed to talk? Oh, it's up here. Fancy meeting you here, Csaw. Is it fancy? 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest then and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. Cool. Thanks for the information on the mount there, Kevin. That's really cool, actually. And then Papa Wright says, I just finished Heavensward main scenario quest. Now I've got the post-patch quest to do. That sounds like where I'm chilling. All right, let's go back. I guess I could have just... I like flying because I have it unlocked. Oh, don't forget to like the streams. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. That's actually a very helpful thing. If you are enjoying the stream and you want to find or help more people find the stream, liking it is a super useful thing to do. That goes for videos too. If you're ever watching it and you can take the second to just toss it a like, it's one of the more helpful things you can do to help the channel to grow. So thank you very much for that comment. Patriarch of the Sith. That's what I'm going with. And I apologize if it's not exactly how it should be. Sonic says, you really do need to return to our gentlemanly, manly man. Yes, I do need to go do the, what are they called? What's his name? I need to do this quest. I know what you're talking about. I do. I really do. All right, and there they are, a pair of gallant heroes, if I ever saw them, comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice, have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests on behalf of Ishgard? I thank you both. And with that, there is naught left to do but enjoy our well-earned respite. Respite. I have a feeling that something bad's gonna happen. Hildebrand, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Hildebrand, I need to go do those. I started like, God, it was a while ago now. I did like the first part and then got sucked up into something else, which is such a typical thing of me to do. There's so much to do in this game, which I like. Alphino's wife just recently started Savage Raids with my static. Just saw the Enrage at the end today. Today we can clear next week if we push it. I just wanted to tell you that endgame is amazing and you'll love it. Yeah, I know, I'll probably love it too. Oh, did not mean to push that. All right, let's get another quest. Oh, and this should, of course, go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us. Yes, Ariel wouldn't understand. So he's just getting us to do his work, is what's going on here. Right then, the first floor of those barracks have been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? Okay. For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Seesaw. I will join you anon. Love the Hildebrand quests. Yeah, they're pretty good. I need more TBG Hildebrand, but also don't want attention taken away from main scenario quests. Yeah, that's legit the struggle, isn't it? You can't distract me. This is nice. Wow.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
Cool. Look at this. I love the little piano music in the background. It feels so, like, warm. Oh, this is so nice. You know, just...
Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some color back in them cheeks.
Oh, this is so good. I feel so comfy and appreciated. I'm gonna get poisoned, aren't I?
Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all.
Ah, chocolate.
Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting.
Welcome to the stream, Rev. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for your support. And welcome to everyone else who's joined late.
When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
Like how her name's just Ernest Maid. Oh my goodness. Are we getting poisoned?
You were right, my lord. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest?
Is she poisoning us? Well, well, well.
After all you've done, I say you've earned it.
Oh my goodness, this has turned super freaky. She lured me in. I mean, this wouldn't be the first time a Lalafell got poisoned by drink, would it?
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
Ugh. No, I trusted her so much. I mean, I did call it, but I was kind of joking. I was like, nah, they wouldn't do that.
This was never your fight.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we're having a vision. Or echo. I mean, it's a vision. It's an echo.
My son. They told me he walks in Hallone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
There's a mournful mother. I love the names here.
They told me the same.
Get to hear her backstory. So her motivations
They think it's comforting.
is to stop the peace from coming between dragons and us so that more husbands can die. That's her point of view in this. Like, I don't know. I mean, she's consumed with grief. I'll give her that. But, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse.
Was the hot cocoa poisoned? What's your guys' thoughts on, like, spicy hot chocolate? Because my wife loves spicy hot chocolate and, like, spicy chocolate in general, and I'm not as big of a fan. And, like, I don't dislike spicy food. I just don't like chocolate that's spicy. Am I crazy? I know this is, you know, not at all related to the poisoned chocolate. I'm not suggesting that poisoned hot chocolate is spicy tasting. I was just curious. Spicy chocolate is awesome. Okay, we got some people who like it. Spicy hot chocolate is a thing, question mark? Yeah, it's spicy chocolate's like all over the place these days. Ooh, spicy chocolate is good, different but good. It's a weird combo if you've never had it. Okay, so like it seems like a lot of you agree. I like chocolate and fruit flavors. Like that's often like, you know, raspberry and chocolate. Not necessarily in hot chocolate, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not much of a hot chocolate person in general. Like, I just do a coffee and like a piece of chocolate on the side.
That is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Yeah, it seems like some people like it. Some people think it's crazy. Some people have never had it. I like putting peppermint in hot chocolate. Actually, would probably be pretty good too. Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of people seem warm to it. I feel like I'm more the odd person out in that one, which is, you know, fair. Actually, while we're on the conversation of food, and I'm gonna sound like I failed pretty bad, but I tried to make a baked potato today, and I cooked it for the right amount of time, it said, but it was rock hard. Does anyone have any special tips for cooking baked potatoes, like, super well? A hardened man. I like these names. I'm just reading this again because I talked over it like a fool. This is it. We are the ones who oppose this man of cowards. A lot of them. All right. I like food. Yeah, see, it's a food conversation apparently that we're gonna have tonight. Might be because I didn't get to eat as much dinner as I'd hoped because my baked potato was rock hard. But yeah. Was the oven on? The oven was on.
Of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I.
All right, here come the comments. Stab it with a fork. If it doesn't go right in and out, put it back in. Baked potatoes are a special breed. Try putting it in foil. Yeah, I didn't do the foil. So what did I do? I had the potato. I washed the potato. I poked it with a fork a bunch of times. I put it in the oven at 450 for, I think 45 minutes in total. But halfway through, I took it out and I flipped it and like put olive oil on it. I don't know why. That's what the recipe said to do. But yeah, like 450 for 50 minutes or 45 minutes seems like it should make a soft potato, but maybe I'm crazy. The potato setting on the microwave. I live in an apartment that doesn't have a microwave. That's my life. I haven't had a microwave for 3 years. 3 years I haven't had a microwave, and like I could buy a microwave. We've adapted. Olive oil. That's weird. Maybe it was a weird recipe I followed.
And I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
Karstens says, I found the best way to cook a baked potato is to go to Wendy's or something and order one instead. That's funny. Olive oil gets the skin crispy. Okay, and I'll tell you, the skin was crispy. Welcome, Vanami. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks?
Are they bollocks? I like their voices.
It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
What type of potato was it? It's a good question. I'm not a potato expert. Like, it was, you know, when you think of a baked potato, like, it's got like that kind of like darker brown skin, if that makes sense. Like, it looked like a normal baked potato, but I don't know if that explains it well enough.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds.
The size of the potato matters too. I feel like the baked potato was too complicated for me. Big and brown reset. Hopefully it was a reset. Cooking, too many variables. And you know what? I like cooking. I cook almost every meal we have. That's one of my, you know, when you live with someone, and eventually if you're married to someone or whatever, if you live with someone, generally you split chores and stuff like that. And I cook pretty much every night. I enjoy cooking. I don't like baked potatoes myself. So would I say my heart wasn't in the quest to find the recipe for the baked potato? Maybe I'd say that. But, you know, I still wanted to make it a good potato, and it just didn't turn out. But yeah, no, I like cooking in general. I'm more of a rice person myself, though.
Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
I will not let that happen.
Thought this was gonna be a Final Fantasy story stream. Turns out this is a potato story stream. But Csaw, you are a potato. I was waiting for someone to make the connection. I was waiting for someone to connect it. You're a Lalafell. You are a potato person. Ugh, I walked right into it.
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
My favorite thing to cook is stir fry because I can put pretty much whatever. Yeah, I like stir fry too. It's so easy. Like, you have a frying pan or whatever, you put things in it, you add, you know, soy sauce and stuff like that. It's delicious. It's hard for it to turn out too bad. The odds are probably against you because you are a Lala. My family's traditional dinner, rice, beans, and chicken. Pretty tasty.
This is no time for napping.
He thought we were asleep, like under the table of a bar. Oh, I think he's joking, though. Wait. Did no one else in this busy bar see us collapse?
Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
I'm like, what? Ray J says, hey man, I love your Final Fantasy XIV videos. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining, Ray J. It's great to see some people in the streams like this. Always excited. Patrick says, Csaw is live. Csaw is live. Csaw is live. It's Thancred. He's probably slept under a table in a bar. You're probably right. Congratulations, you survived.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Travarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter.
It was weird to see you without your hat now. Oh my god, did she steal my hat while I was unconscious? That would be like almost worse than anything else that could happen. I would be devastated.
Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
So, what's the origin of Csaw? I think we would like to know that, lol. I think I've talked about this before, but it's not directly from anything. I mean, the biggest connection, obviously, is my name's Chris, so the C, of Csaw comes from that. It's my first character that was named Csaw was in Cataclysm for WoW, and it was a protection pally. And I had a Draenei that was named Drain Heal, and I had intended to be a healing or like a holy pally, and I ended up being a tank, and I was like, this name doesn't make any sense, so I changed it to a human who was called Csaw. And since then, I've tried to make Csaw my primary character name in every single game. And then all of my other characters, and you don't really see it in this game because there's not really alts, tend to have C and then something else. So like, for instance, See the Rainbow, like with a C, or See the Light with a C, or See Shell with a C. So that's how it happens. Are you paranoid about drinks now? I mean, yeah, kind of. It's happened twice. I feel like drinks aren't protected as well as they should be.
Do something, man! Stop her!
C equals Chris saw his many crimes against Potato Kind. Yeah, you got me. You got me. Oh, I thought it was pronounced Csaw. It's not. It's not. It's C-Saw. But there's no reason you should know that necessarily.
Yes, my lord.
Oof. God.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward.
Ouch. She's tough.
This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by Dragon's Fang, or death by Nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear.
She stole your hat. She deserves it. She does deserve it. Oh, I get it. Like Seesaw. Yeah, like Seesaw. Like, do I not start my videos every time? Like, welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. My name, of course, is Seesaw or Chris. Have I not been making that clear? Because I can make it more clear. Maybe that's the next video I need to make. Seesaw and its many spellings and why. Aye, Chris, you vodka, tequila, whiskey, or beer kind of guy. That's a good question. So I would say out of them, I mean, it depends if it's like a casual drink or if it's like, you know, you're partying with people more, but I'm not much of a partier either. So I'd say probably beer out of all of them. Beer, and I like dark beers. That's what I'll answer. No, I mean, I didn't get the pun the first. Oh, I see, you didn't get the pun. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm with you. Wow.
What have you done?
That's not good.
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
This ain't good. Uh-oh.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Well, I was hoping you'd be a whiskey guy. We're not friends anymore then. Well, fine. No, but like, yeah, more of a beer person, I would say. Or wine, actually. I'm a pretty big fan of wine, especially with like dinner and stuff like that. That was a fairly lengthy cutscene, actually. Oh man, we got some cool mounts. I always like coming out and seeing what mounts are just going on out here. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Oops, there we go. Sorry. Red or white wine? Once again, depends kind of on the situation. Like, it depends on what you're eating. I'd say I'm always in the mood for white wine, whereas red, I have to be in a specific mood. This is going to sound like a really ridiculous story, but apparently this is just the night of ridiculous stories. There were these commercials by Miss Vicky potato chips where there's like people just eating plain Miss Vicky chips, like the original, and having a glass of red wine. And whenever I see that, or whenever like I have Miss Vicky plain chips, I crave red wine. I don't know what happened to like that commercial like literally embedded itself in my brain, but I have a weird connection now where I feel that way. And that's that's my weakness apparently. Thancred, I dare say that could not have played out any worse given the first commander, Lord Ariel, are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Emmanuel sorry, has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. I'm with you on wine. I can drink semi-sweet wine whenever, but to drink the drier reds, I really need to need like a steak or some cheese. Yeah, cheese is good too. I mean, cheese and wine, like they go super well together. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that the order has been fully restored. Come, let us talk, walk the streets, and speak with people. Who thought this was going to turn into chaos? Because I definitely thought it was going to turn into chaos. Look at this elephant. This is pretty cool. God, you guys have such cool mounts, and I like how you just like line up so well. you're like appreciate this beauty. Are these like jet feet? Look at these things. There's some crazy mounts in this game. I don't think there's been any game that's had crazier mounts than Final Fantasy XIV. Let's continue things. Highborn Merchant. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The Chirchians tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? Okay, that's how you feel about it, huh? Where are we going? Let's talk to this person. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I don't want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I ever can. Yeah, here comes everyone pronouncing. Yeah, I'm sorry. All right, it's called K-Rujun. K-Rujun? The issue, like I appreciate when people tell me this, is if it doesn't come up enough, I'm going to forget it by the time we talk about it next. Vidofnir was good because like the last, I'd say 20 main scenario quests is focused on him pretty specifically, so I've been able to burn it into my mind. I heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmerich take their bloody change and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by the rot again. Oh, I'm getting even more corrections. Kairu Gen. Kairu Gen? Kairu Gen. Kairu Gen. So I'm going with. It's Thancred. Well, what say you? Thumbs up. Thank you, Sonic. The chi in Kairu Gen is the Greek letter. Oh, like Kai. I see. Same. So the Kai in Kairu. Okay, pronunciation is the word. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. So the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all the casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordealing the public execution of an armed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? It's very true. Very true. Anyone here excited for March, by the way? Like, it blew my mind when I looked at the calendar and saw that it was March 1st on Monday. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thancred would like nothing more than to leave Falcon's Nest behind. Fair enough. Lord Artorial and the first commander should have returned by now. Oh, they're in trouble somewhere. To the tavern then. First order of business will be to speak with Lord Emmanuel, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since last we saw him. Zikoro says, yes, my new PC is finally coming on the 2nd. Oh, that's so exciting. A new PC is like one of the most exciting things. I got my PC not this November, but like last November, so it's been a year and a bit. And it was like, that was going from laptop to this, which was huge. And I absolutely, like, I love it. I love it so much. Oh, yeah, here we go. Artoirel. Not excited about March 1st. My career is in finance. First week of the month for us is Hell Week. Hooray for overtime. Not. That sucks. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. Like, my work is in marketing, and a lot of, like, March 1st in specific isn't like a big deal, but like a lot of campaigns end at the end of the month and start in the next month. So, you know, the end of the month is a bigger time. Like, it's been a little bit busier, but it's not crazy. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, it can be like a tough time for work at the start of a new month. Sonic says, I've been maining healers since Shadowbringers dropped. I am impressed and scared. Now my friends want to Sage, so I will pally my way through Endwalker. Oh, cool. Sonic says, I'm in retail. All the government checks come in, so our stores are usually slammed on the first fair. I think each year should only have 1 month. It's an interesting theory. Then we wouldn't have to deal with months starting and ending. That's fair. I think, like, now that I've I was about to say now that I'm an adult, but I've been an adult for a little. Now that I'm someone who works in the workforce, I think every month should have a day off. I think that's like a reasonable request, that every month has, you know, whatever, like one stat holiday. I think that would, like, just one day. Is that so crazy? And I would even be willing to say that, like, some of the, like, periods of time that have a lot of holiday in a row, spread that out. Just have one holiday day each month. I don't know. That's my thoughts. What does it say? My apologies, Csaw. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. Yeah, I mean, we all saw this coming. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? People say, yeah, spread out those holidays. We don't get days off. I'm sorry if you don't get days off. Yeah, I guess even to have days off is, like, you know, nice. But yeah, I think every week should have 1 or 2 days off. What are your guys' thoughts on 4-day weeks versus 5-day? Like, both keeping, like, normal hours, but also, like, I mean, a lot of places are trying just, like, 8 days or 8 hours a day, 4 days a week is interesting. But even working, like, you know, it depends, but, like, I would say working 10 hours a day, 4 days a week instead of 5 can be interesting, especially if you have a long commute. I think that's a big change. According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Amiel shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Nope. I am a cake decorator. There is no off day for me, and holidays, and nope. Fair enough, Sonic. I've been working for, times 10 weeks for, like, the last 20 years at my current job, and would hate to go back to 5x8. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. 32 hours a week. Lots of studies show you start losing productivity after 32 hours. Yeah, and I mean, like, me and my wife talk about this all the time. Like, you know, 5 days of 8 hours a day it's a lot. You really feel quite burnt out at the end of it, and even lessening that by a little bit makes a big difference. Carl says, I guess I'm fortunate to have a schedule per se, to not have a schedule per se. I have a lot of work, but I can go on my own pace, and I mostly work from home, so I guess I can't complain. Garnick says, I think for people who have kids, it could be difficult, but for me, I'd rather work 4 days. Yeah, I guess if you had kids, it would be hard. And that's, I guess, what the kind of the norm is built around, is people having children. I mean, I don't have children myself, so I guess I didn't consider that as much, but it's a good point that obviously is worked in kind of to that shorter day. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down, still others took their own lives. Dang, things got dark here. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives for the time being at least. Wait, she's still alive? Oh my god. The Kyrogens are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. According, we have detained them and questioned. Yeah, it's fair. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did for its success. You can always complain. That does not sound nice, though. Oh, I see. I guess I just want competent coworkers. Is that asking too much? This was a really dark expansion. This was a really dark expansion. Covenant co-workers are rather rarer than unicorns. Can be the case. You spoke with them then, I see? Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Csaw, will you deliver my report to Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emmanuel. You're going with me. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person, is that clear? Yes, my lord. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Au noir? Au noir? I could have sworn he was. I am in a bakery. This is not rocket science. Why are people so stupid? This is why I died. I will be rich somewhere. God, I love it. What do we have to do? Search for the kid, eh? God, like, he could be anywhere around here? Okay. No cheating, but if any of you know where he is and can fly there, that would be cool. Come on, people. Does anyone know where he is? Anyone? Oh, I see movement. Alright, no one's going. The turtle's going this way. Do I trust? Oh, yeah, he knew. Always trust the turtle. God, my hat in the wind is amazing. On the wah, apparently.
No, no. What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
What's up with them, like, hurting kids? Like, this has been such a sad time.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
They took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost.
They aren't gonna kill kids in this game, but that doesn't mean that they are safe.
But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Dramatic music, serious events, Csaw's hat, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, when I see it, I imagine like the sound of a balloon, like against another balloon. That's the sound I hear when it wiggles. As a French person, hearing the name pronounced this way hurts my ears. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your ears.
Onowa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairujin without delay.
Probably the last time we hear Onowa, as his English voice actor died last year. Oh my god, that's so sad.
Why does it all have to fall to pieces?
I'm sad to hear that now. My goodness.
Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing, and still it falls to pieces. Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
I like how angry we are with our hat. It really is amazing.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Dang.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
We just had a talk of consequences and he punches him in the face? Oh, dang. He just got punched.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it.
Oh, look at our sad face. Alrighty. I keep pushing this button by accident. I'm super sorry. Wow, it's already 7:13. Yeah, so we got about 15 more minutes, so I think we still have time to do one more quest. Let's push on. This has been a really great stream, guys. I've really enjoyed talking about the main scenario quest, but also other food-related conversations and stuff. It's been really nice. Anyone else have a final topic of conversation as we get into our last 15 minutes of the stream? All right. I may have overreacted, but but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is in the past. There is naught to be gained from living your mistakes. I know this, but he. What do we want? Do I want any of this? This doesn't look like anything I want. Yeah, let's just go with this. Next stream, pasta. Friend or foe? Food stream. Yeah. The food stream wouldn't go great. Food stream, how to bake a baked potato. It wouldn't be good. It would be good for me to figure out to get a camera, actually, to have like an actual face to the stream, but I do enjoy my little my little robot dude. I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Where do we have to go? Oh. Can I teleport in the sky? I can teleport in the sky. This is nice. Final food 14. I love it. Pasta pun. Oh my god. Puttanesca is my personal favorite food. I can certainly say I haven't tried that. Wait, you're not an egg-shaped robot? Is it egg-shaped? It's kind of egg-shaped. He's cute. No, I'm not the robot. The issue with having a camera for stream means that I'd have to like, I need to comb my hair on the weekends. I'd have to get all pretty for stream. Oh, good pronunciation. Good. I nailed one. It was the one name that actually wasn't to do with the game, but I did nail the food. So, or the food pronunciation, which is great. I don't know what my favorite food is. I'm a big fan of like butter chicken or like kind of like more curry style dishes. I don't know if it's my favorite food. Alright, let's see what Sir Emmerich has to say about this. He can give us a stern talking to before we have to go. I gave up the hair cutting since COVID. Yeah, that's my COVID hair is it's pretty interesting to say the least. I think I've gone the longest without a haircut in a long time now. So yeah, I love making Japanese curry. It is easy and delicious. Yeah, I love curries. They're so good. I've always wanted to try Japanese curry. What's the different, like, what is Japanese curry versus like a I don't know, a more traditional curry? Like what does Japanese curry involve? I'm interested. Embrick says, word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Csaw. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. Good. It is rumored that my youngest's lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. At Sonic Rose, I lived in Japan. They served it for school lunch and in the middle school I worked at. It's good, but it's more like a mildly spicy beef stew with rice on the side. Curry spices vary differently in regions, so I'm not at all sure what the difference is between that and the Indian curry my dad likes, but it looks so delicious. Interesting. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begays, only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bare hearth? Man, he had some crazy words in his sentence. For what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Emerald, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excesses. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other delusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted. A clear, ambiguous enemy, and an undeniable righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they did long serve to unite us. Starting to stumble over my words. It's good we're getting close to the end. No truth will ever serve us as well, I fear. Yet we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Evrosian Alliance to join for a joint military exercise to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies. A unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the show, or Shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reformation, nay, declaration to all and sundry that we are the strongest and united as ever. Such a victory would be much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true, but if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of the three nations, it might be resented as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Emanian take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so his deeds I should have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Csaw, would you be so kind to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Alrighty. Interesting. So we've got some cool stuff coming up. But I think that's probably where we will pause things for today, because that seems like a pretty good cut point. Got our cool dancing party happening in the background. Thank you, all of these wonderful people who come in game each time. It's so awesome that you do. Let's give like a little zoom in on each of your looks, because I think it's super cool that you guys come and join in game. Super cool. Look at all you. Oh my god, we got matching hats. Yay. And Thancred is here too, so that's cool. You got promoted in the FC. Interesting. Good for me. I don't do very much for the free company, so this promotion was probably not well deserved. But I'll take the promotion, and I'll be happy with it. Post Heavensward is so good. How do you move on after generations of hate and bitterness? So true. Was awesome to be here. Yeah, it's super great, guys. This has been one of my favorite streams. I think we really just like had a great conversation about random stuff, and that's super cool. Like, I don't know. I think streaming is made cool because you can have those weird conversations. It doesn't make any sense for me to do a YouTube video where I talk about random stuff necessarily. I mean, unless it's like a Q&A kind of video. But I think streaming just makes it so much more interesting. So it's kind of fun that way. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I'm hoping to have a good rest of my weekend as well. They always go by so quick. That's what I always find. I always find it's like Sunday already, and it's like, but you know, you gotta enjoy the week as well, even if it's tiresome and stressful sometimes. You gotta enjoy all little parts of the world. Olaf says, thanks for the stream. Finally got to see the whole thing. It was fun. Yeah, it was great. It seems like a lot of people were able to make this time, which is super cool. The next part is really exciting. I'm looking forward to when you do it. Yeah, so I'll, in terms of videos, I think I'm just going to keep pushing forward on this main scenario quest. I'm really trying to like get through Heavensward and jump into the next expansion because I feel like it's been a long time since we've been on Heavensward now, which has been really great. I'm just excited for the next thing, right? Till the next stream, have a good one. Thank you, Zakaro, for coming. Thank you for the support, all you wonderful Blue Crew members. It's so great to have you support me over the months. And I know sometimes I'm more excellent of a content creator, and sometimes I'm less excellent. So it's always great to have you support, and it's great to have everyone come and watch. It's been fun as always. It has been fun. I caught you live, yeah. And I'll try and make sure we do, I mean, obviously a live stream each month has been the target, and hopefully March is a little bit less crazy and we could do some more, because I think main scenario quest content like this works really well for live streams. Like, the videos are fun and I enjoy doing kind of my reactions through the video, but I think the live stream content for the main scenario quest works really well, so maybe I'll try and do some more of those for it. This was fun. It's just a lot to get through. Yeah, it can be. Or you inspired me to continue my alt. I see. It's a lot to get through. I can't wait to see your reaction to the Sage trailer. Yes, I'll have to do that. Thank you for today's stream, Csaw. Have a great weekend. Yes, everyone have a great weekend. But yeah, I think we'll wrap things up here. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for coming out. Terminus says, maybe at this pace you'll reach the start of Shadowringers by the end of by the time Endwalker comes out. I low-key want to try and like speed up to be there for like the start of Endwalker, but I also like, I don't want to rush it to the point where I'm not enjoying it, but I think I could definitely go, I could just be more focused, right? That's the big thing, because I often go and explore every little bit of content that I stumble across, and if I just keep at the main scenario quest, I feel like I should be able to put, look at my head bop up now watching him. This is so funny. This is so funny. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it here and we'll go to our ending soon stream card. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for coming. It's been excellent to have you here, and I'll see you in the next one.